Capricorns, Aquariuses, and Pisces. So, hello Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I am going to do a reading today for the 1010 portal. I definitely think that it will be something, very big and transformative this time of year. Any portal that opens up, you definitely want to, take advantage of it in your own way, and different things of that nature. Like I said, the 1010 portal, it is just a big deal at this time of year. The word that I'm definitely hearing is harvest, like the 1010 harvest. So whatever work you have been doing around this time, that is what is going to come up for you. And harvest, that is what is going to come up for you, and that's what you will be harvesting at this time. Obviously, we know the tradition of the tradition of October and things like that is like the pumpkins and harvest and different things like that. So I definitely believe that that will have some major influence at this time. Just the energy of harvesting and things of that nature. But I wanted to get out this deck as well. I did that so that what I'll do is just shuffle these separately and see what will be the theme for each reading. I'll just get 2 cards very quickly, and then we'll get into your reading, more structured reading, to see like the situations that you will be harvesting, or what is the situations and the things like that, and looking at your path that you're taking, and how the things will turn out for you. A couple different options on just how things will turn out for you, as well as some other decks that we would do. But let's just go ahead and get into the reading. So if you hear me tapping, that is from me writing down the timestamp. So let's get into Capricorn. Capricorn, your reading. Let's go ahead and get you 2 cards very quickly. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So get a quick theme for Capricorn's reading. So right now you're looking at a sudden change that's taking you from a, maybe a negative energy, a negative perception of yourself. And the Tower moment is just telling you that a big personal change and, a sudden awareness is happening very heavily for you right now. So that'll be your main thing to focus on. Maybe you're learning more, learning different things. You're keeping your head out, or you're keeping your eye out for different things to turn around for you. And like I said, just the normal way of doing things, like maybe it was a negative normal, but you are switching it up. And this is also a collective thing as well. So you may have, be going against the grain of what the collective is doing so that you can heal yourself. So let's see what your situation is. World card at the bottom. Alright, Capricorn, let's see your situation. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your situation right now is one of love, creativity, and compassion. So you are deepening your creativity. That could be the situation that you're learning a lot about, learning a new skill, different things where you're wanting to test out your creativity and just go into a new space. Number 1 is about, leading in a new direction and being very original. So that is your situation right now. Like I said, you're like learning to do something a different way. Things of that nature is very important to you. So let's see what the action that you can take here is. What's your action? So as your action, you have the King of Swords, which is very much a mental clarity, sort of card. And when you have this card, it's a tale for you to be very truthful and honest about what you want and where you're going leading forward. You are, moving in a different way. You're keeping your moves very silent so that you can get clear on it, and just being very disciplined so that you're able to act out the things that you actually want. So that is very important to you. Let's see, what is your outcome going to be here? And for your outcome, you have the number 5. 5 plus 1 is 6, which is the number of, change and movement. But the number 5 in itself is just the energy of the unexpected and changes in itself. So you're going to be going against the grain. Like I said in the beginning, you're doing something different. You want your freedom. And with your freedom comes, you having to do things in an unorthodox way. You have to, like I said, you're pioneering into this space. So the you're not walking in anybody's footsteps. You're leading. The King of Swords energy is one of very pioneering as well. Where you're leading people, or not just people, but you're leading yourself in a new direction that no one has really ever been before. And I know it's typical of people, to think that they can walk in someone's footsteps, but people generally figure it out that there's no such thing as being able to do something exactly the way someone else did it, because even when you try, someone can give you their whole playbook and you can try and do it all, but you will still get different results. Maybe you'll get better results, but it's always best to just follow your own instincts. Ace of Cups energy, Hierophant energy, and even this Knight of Swords, King of Swords is someone who's very disciplined in their own way. They're leading themselves head over heart. You may be, like I said, thinking more and being of that energy. So let's go ahead and look at you. Let's look at you and your energy. Let's look at you. Let's get a card that describes you. So the Wheel of Fortune came out, letting you know that you are at a destiny point in your life. Like, you are, trusting fate. You are going, and you're very unpredictable at this time, which is, like I said, it's a creative thing. It's a, following your own destiny sort of thing, and really trusting fate, trusting, your destiny in order to guide you. The number 10 is a number for a return to the beginning, only at a higher level in the spiral of life. So when you think of like going by tens, you have 1, which is the beginning, then 10, 20, 30, 40, like that's a higher and higher beginning. So that is what you are on. You're beginning anything that you're beginning it with a higher level of knowledge and things of that nature. Let's look at your path. What is your path for Capricorn? So you're on the path of a different type of abundance and nurturing yourself. You're maybe, leaning into the more feminine side of yourself if you're not a woman. You may just be, nurturing yourself and developing yourself in the way that is like more feminine and not pushing yourself in such a hard and rigid way. Which there is some balance, because in this position you had the King of Swords. So right now you have the Empress, letting you know that that balance is so necessary in order for your accomplishments and your growth to actually be able to take place. So you have the number 13, which comes to 4, and just looking at the number 3 in itself is about communication, creativity. Again, you're being very creative and optimistic about what life will bring you, all the abundance and, accomplishments and, any growth that you're seeing here it's in this energy. And the number 4 together is about, these two together, the number 4 is about, the foundation that you're building. So let's look at your potential. So we have the Tower coming out again. And your potential here is just being with changing, being in this awakening, and understanding that when you are in this energy of change, when you're okay with change, when you're okay with awakening and things of that nature, sudden insights will come to you that will make you begin again, or begin, projects on a different and a higher spiral. Like I said, you can avoid changes in your life, so the best thing you could do is be a surfer and ride the wave of, the different changes, and realize that that's what makes life exciting. So looking at this Tower, it came out before. So you're basically being called to lean into the energy of change and, be okay with that. The number 16 comes to 7, which is about change and having options. And I know you want options. That's the thing that, brings the abundance that you seek, and the, changes in your destiny. So if ever in your past you thought you weren't destined to be something great or something of that nature, this is telling you that your destiny can change to something higher in an instant. In an instant, in an instant, in an instant. So let's look at how these 3 things are how your destiny, so we could say King of Swords, coming back up. Let's see how that could come out for you. Let's see 3 ways. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So, we have the Empress here. It could turn out very abundant for you at this time. That's option number 1, very abundant. Like I said, the feminine side of yourself. We also have another 3 here, which is the Hangman. The Hangman here is about, being creative as well. So 3-3, maybe saying 3-3 at this time. But, being very enlightened, getting a different perspective, and being able to change. Like I said, the energy of change is coming upon you. The Tower came up twice, so it's not a bad thing, so leaning into the change will give you, a different energy. And, allow for, freedom here. So whatever is holding you back, you have that energy of being very independent, setting boundaries, and being very direct with your communication. So that's the 3 options that you have. Basically, just being more open to abundance, being more open to changes, and, sitting with those changes, not trying to, rush or be very, drastic, like, or be in chaos. It's okay to go with the flow of the tide, being very clear and independent as well. Your communications, what you want, what you don't want. Just because you're going with the change doesn't mean that you don't use your voice and speak up. So those are some ways that is coming up for you right now. Definitely takes a lot of strength. All right, now let's get some monology. So you have worked through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. Your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon, and emotions are running high. So you may have the energy of, just not knowing what you want to do at this time. Your emotions are guiding you, but you have that King of Swords as well, letting you know to have mental clarity, feel your emotions, and try to get a deeper understanding so that you're, like I said, not in chaos, because you have to continue to work through your fears. Even you may be creating a new project, and along the way you have doubts about whether or not this is going to be any good at the end. But you have to understand that whenever those doubts are coming up, your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to the project, your commitment to the new version of who you want to be. So you have to continue to decide that you are an artist, you are whatever you're reaching for. You have to continue to work through those emotions, and don't allow those little tests that come to you to stop you. So if you have felt like you're being tested, it is a natural process, and it's definitely frustrating, but you working through those tests and those fears is what gets you to the other side. So keep holding the vision. You have that at the bottom of the deck, So let's get 3 of these cards here. I want to get 3 abundance cards just to see what we have for you. One more. So I will read these cards off for you, Capricorn. So you have cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There is no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. So you may be leaning on people to help you, work out your fears and, clear an old energy out. Clearing debts is your second one. And it says your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional. With this, emotions are running high. Debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Lastly, we have successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. So whatever ideas, you have to work through your fears to continue. So it says, do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding partnerships and other investments are available to help you. So there's no need to fear. Like maybe you are like, I started working on this project, but now I need more supplies for it. Your funding will definitely come through, and it will come through different sources. It could be a partnership. It mentioned that twice. It could just be, through you trusting yourself, clearing out old baggage, and, continuing on your path. So that is your reading for my Capricorns. That was your reading. Like I said, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now we can move on to Aquarius. Alright, Aquarius. I am writing down your time step. So this is your energy for the 10-10 harvest. Let's get 2 cards just to set up your reading and see what is the theme. Bottom of the deck is Knight of Wands, which is about energy. So immediately you have the, Seven of Pentacles and the Fool card, which is telling me that you have been investing in yourself in a very unorthodox way, in a very loose way. It's like a very energy of, just being free, being light, trusting in life. And you've been investing in yourself going throughout this journey. The Fool card is a 0 point, so you started off somewhere where, you know, you didn't exactly know where you were going, but you kept going on the path anyway. And you just kept going and kept investing in yourself. And even when it got hard, you stayed on that course. So your harvest in this season will be particularly high because of the faith that it took to believe in yourself. And I'm definitely seeing that, it takes a lot of that energy, the Full card energy, to just go with the flow of your life and invest differently. So let's see what we got here. So for you, we're going to start off with the situation now. What is the situation for Aquarius? Aquarius, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. So the situation that you have here is you definitely have a lot of 8 energy. I'm only taking one card, but I definitely see some 8 here and some 4, which is letting me know that, you are trying to, invest in yourself, conserve your energy, conserve like money as well as a form of self-protection so that your investments are used properly. And like I said, you're investing in yourself. So this is definitely something where, kind of being open, not aimless completely, but just open to change and trying something again. And that decision that you made is, you may be seeing 848, 787, something like that, sevens and eights, because the number 8 is about manifestation. And with this card, you manifest based on your skill and based on your belief in yourself and letting go of your ego. So the speed in which you manifest, is about how open you can be to these manifestations. So 8 of Wands is all about swift action and, manifesting very quickly, making quick decisions. So let's see what your action is. So your action is, being very, not just public about your celebrations, but yes, being very public about, the celebrations that you're doing and, the recognition that you definitely deserve here. You're being very confident with all that you have done. So your action is to continue to be very confident, even when you're like having the fake it till you make it moments. Those are important as well because you don't want your progress to get stopped up because of, moments of not feeling strong. So you want to show strength and resilience in whatever adversity that you're feeling so that you're able to rise above it. What's the outcome when you do that? And we have the Strength card. So I feel like this kind of, it didn't come out backwards, but it definitely all goes together, letting you know that these two, showing the strength, like I mentioned before, continuing to, fake it till you make it. Some people say 868. The number 8 is also about power and strength and control. So you want to be very courageous in every moment, whatever strength you can muster up inside of yourself is what will help you focus and manifest better things for yourself. So keeping in that energy, we know that the Wands energy is about fire, Also, the Strength card is about fire. So it's like keeping that fire burning no matter what, even if it's like a small little kindling that you just protect with your hands. Don't let the fire go out inside you. You understand? So let's look at you right now. Coming back up, you are the Fool card. And that means, you're looking out for the new beginnings. Like I said, you're looking out for new opportunities to show your skills, to manifest different things. The possibilities right now are endless. The zero, it means, unlimited possibilities. So following your pleasure has taken you very far, as we saw with the, seven of pentacles and this one, it will allow you to harvest all of these amazing opportunities because you trusted in yourself and, like I said, you followed your pleasure. Let's see, what is your path? So your path is one of just creativity, following your heart. These two cards have like the same type of energy for me. Definitely the energy of just following yourself and seeing where it leads you. Knowing that the ways that things can end up for you is so unlimited, so amazing that all you have to do is really trust yourself. And let's see what your ultimate potential is. So your ultimate potential is of, Ace of Cups, which is like overflowing of abundance and, love and anything that you're looking for, any abundance and like an expansion of, opportunities or just progress in a major way. You will be seeing that, keeping on, keeping your perspective, keeping your love, like I said, guarding your love and, being very like planning to go in your own way. It's like once you set out in a direction, staying on that journey and not being deterred is very important. So let's see what your options are here. First option, we have Seven of Pentacles, where you just reap harvest and like I said, you don't stop because you Seven of Pentacles is, you have this twice, which is 14, 5, but having this twice is like all of the rewards that you are seeing is because of the work that you have done. So being very diligent will be the best thing for you at this time, and understanding, the choices that you have to make. So sometimes you have to make different difficult choices. 7 and 2, I talked about that. Like 7 times 2 is 14, but if you add them, it's 9, which is the number of completion. So once you get to the end of this journey, after you have to make, weigh so many options and make so many decisions, it'll definitely feel like you are accepting wherever you are, choosing your happiness, and, realigning yourself to what you actually want. So that is your energy, going against going against like whatever one else says is the best way. Is like maybe you joined or were like when people go to college, maybe you never went to college, this is just a story, but when people go to college, sometimes they choose their majors based on what other people say will be a good job, or what's a good market. But by the time people leave college, the jobs that people said that, or the markets that people said were good, are like flooded and are, overwhelming. So it's like no one else can tell you, oh, you should choose this major, blah, blah, blah. Only you can make these decisions and make the best decisions for you, for your best investments. Like I said, you may have not went to college. Maybe you did and you got your degree and people told you a bunch of stuff. But now you have to figure out, how can I use this for something for my highest good, where I can make an investment in myself and not an investment in another person or another company. Like your best investment is yourself. So taking care of yourself. let's get your moonology. You were slipped out pretty quick, so. So you have bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius, that is your sign. So, whatever you have, maybe you have like a passion project in your season that you may have started and stopped, but that is, your commitment to your situations. So, if you had a brilliant idea that maybe you started to invest in yourself, but you didn't continue, now is the time to go ahead and get back on it. Or maybe you did continue because you didn't want your past to hold you back. So maybe you have had in the past any commitment issues, as far as, procrastination or anything, but you getting over that and not allowing your past to hold you back. South Node, and stepping out into an uncomfortable situation. The Fool card has definitely helped you and to be able to harvest in this season. So your commitment is being tested right now. It is important for you to, keep going on this path and, keep that energy up. So I definitely understand, that energy of wanting to continue no matter what. Keep going no matter what. Let's go ahead and look at your abundance that's coming in. What is the abundance coming in for Aquarius? I feel like I want to do another one because that one just popped out of nowhere. Okay, let's go with these three. We have quiet retreat. So it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. You also have abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you experience. So, how you're talking, bringing love into like the things that you say, and we also have unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come into fruition, which is that energy of, the Seven of Pentacles, allowing your, being a good tiller of your garden, watering and, changing out fertilizer or doing whatever needs to be done in order to keep on your path and go through these tests like this. Definitely the energy of being tested at this time. So maybe something you started and created was a great idea, but now you need more ideas in order to keep that thing going. So sometimes people think, well, I have that one idea and that's all you need. But in order to stay in like a business, in order to stay abundant, in order to keep investing in yourself, you need more ideas and more streams of income. So don't just do the one thing. You may be multi-talented, so do everything that your mind and your ideas are calling you to do. That's how you step out and get multiple streams of income as well, which is definitely always needed, always. You never want to be beholden to one thing, one idea, one place. So, all right. Now we're going to move on to Pisces. So Pisces, we have your reading here. Pisces, we're going to go ahead and get straight into your reading. For all of my Pisces, let's get your pre-shuffle. I appreciate you watching, Pisces. Make sure you go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get one more. So I'm seeing you swiftly moving on from, old situations, old heartbreaks. The Three of Wands is about old heartbreaks, old things. It might even have not been a relationship. Maybe you had a job that you really loved that you had to leave for whatever reason, but you're moving on now. You're deciding that, you know what, the past is the past, and the only way that I can get to my future is to make a drastic change right now. So whatever you're manifesting will come to you as long as you, have that energy of, what makes up this 8 right here is a 5 and a 3. So 3 is right here that you have, moving on from any old thing that's keeping you stuck. 5 is the number of changes. So how can you make a change to, move from this 3 moment, make that change and be in the 8 of Wands energy? At the bottom you have the Page of Wands, which is about, being inspired to take different actions. So let's take a look for my Pisces. In this different deck, we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what is the situation that you find yourself in. Even looking at this thing, we have the 3 in reverse here. So like I said, just a lot of negative self-talk, releasing anxiety, any pain, forgiving and moving on. That's the only way that you can, recover from any past things. So what's the situation for my Pisces? So you may have been at a point, I'll bring this one out just because this one is a double. So right in your reading, immediately we have both of your cards coming up, which is the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands, letting you know that, this Hangman is about, it has up to a 3 as well. So letting you know that, whatever delays or resistance that you came upon, maybe you were stalling, like not knowing if you should leave a job or leave a situation, a relationship, whatever, whatever it was really holding you back. Sometimes we look at things like, oh, it left me, but, sometimes it's someone else doing for you what you should have already done. So if someone fired you from a job or broke up with you, it's because you should have already left that situation. But sometimes you need that push to go ahead and move on. So this is your sign to travel rapidly from what you used to be to who you need to be now, and not being scared to do that. You may actually be traveling as well, just air traveling, or anything, traveling maybe even to your future, like quantum jumping or something, I don't know, just to see what is ahead for you and not being stuck in this present moment. So that is the situation. Let's go look at what your action is. So immediately your action here is to really celebrate. Celebrate, like I said, whatever left you, it has opened the way. Consider it a road opener. If you are holding on to something that you're too scared to let go, even though you know you should, let's say you're holding on to the wrong end of a knife, and you know you should let go, but maybe you're scared for some reason to like deal with the repercussions or deal with whatever comes with that. Sometimes people won't break up with the people that they know they need to, in order to not be the one to have that energy, or not be the one to have to explain yourself. So you'll delay your own progress. But right now, if something left you, like I said, any old friendships or relationships or jobs, this is a celebration. Don't be, you have the number 3 here again, which is telling you, don't be in the upset of the 3. You may be seeing a lot of 3s right now, just because it is a nod to you that there's a lot of expansion and growth coming to you at this time if you will allow it, and it will take place very quickly if you don't delay your progress. Maybe you need to be the one to cut the string off. If it hasn't been done already, this is your sign to just, do what's best for you at this time, and have some, this flipped out as well, self-care. So let's see what the outcome will be after the delays are gone. So you as well just have like unlimited possibilities. Once you allow whatever doesn't serve you to leave, you have so many possibilities of just the you could be working alone now, instead of working with a team, having to answer people, and maybe it being more disorganized. Now you get to work by yourself, and just have love and abundance, and more creativity around you. So whatever stagnated you before can't stop you. So let's look at you right now. What is the card for you? So you have the Two of Cups in reverse, which is telling you about, self-love, trusting yourself. There may have been, some imbalances at work or in a relationship. This could be either one. Take it how it resonates. But whatever communication was not going well, wherever the ball was dropped, you are going within yourself to say, I want something different. I'm choosing self-love. I'm choosing myself, and I'm not gonna be in disharmony any longer. The 2 is the old, the 3 is the new. So let's see, what is your path with this choosing yourself? So your path here is the High Priestess of, trusting yourself. Again, we have 2 in the upright, 2 in the reverse, letting you know that 2 is a number of duality. So there is the dark side and the positive side. There's, the yin and the yang. That's what this symbolizes here. And we have the balancing here of, going from not trusting yourself to trusting yourself. Going from not following your intuition to following your intuition. Going from not knowing what you're going to do next to having access to sacred knowledge. So, see what your potential is. Pisces potential. So, like we said before, with the Fool card that you got, your potential is open and it's endless. And as long as you're using, like I said, trusting yourself, being very disciplined about what you want, your abundance can flow in a myriad of ways, as long as you're focusing on your personal goals. So if it's to have a happy family, if it's to have multiple streams of income, whatever it is, it definitely requires a lot of, planning on your part and focusing on yourself. That's the only thing that could really stop you now, is not understanding what you want next. So the 3 of Swords in reverse cleared your vision to allow you to see, what, my next relationship or my next job, I want this, that. So your best thing that you could do right now is to, you have 2 2s here and you have a 1. So either way, you're getting back to that 3 energy of expanding, and moving into a new energy. So the best thing that you could do right now is just write a list out. In my new relationship, I want this, and my new job, I'm going to have this. That is the best thing that you could do. So let's look at what your options are. Let's get 3 options, how this comes up. Using your creativity. This also is about your romantic charm. So if you want your relationships to turn out differently, show up differently as well. And facing your inner fears. Like maybe you have a fear of reaching out to someone. Maybe you have a fear of applying to a different job, not sure if you will be, the right candidate, but trusting yourself, releasing any fears and worries. And, that leads you to the energy. So you had 3 come up during your reading, and now you have the 9s coming up, letting you know that, this is like the end of a journey that you can reach if you decide to bet on yourself and follow your own intuition. High Priestess, Knight of Cups. Both of those tell you to follow yourself, follow your heart, trust your heart. So this is what you get. You're rewarded with financial independence, and you're rewarded with emotional security as well when you trust yourself. Let's do your moonology. So I'm definitely seeing all the work that you've been doing on yourself is paying off for you. You have it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And lastly, you have your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So whatever change you make, it will bring you to a climax that you couldn't even imagine. It will be so great. Once you release the things that have to go, it is something that will be so freeing to you that you're like, dang, I should have did this sooner. You understand? So whatever you're doing, the work that you're doing will pay off if you keep going. That's definitely the theme. The change could be scary at first, but in order to get to your future, you have to go over those fears. So successful funding has come out every time. So I definitely got a new one for you, but whatever money you're looking for will always follow you. That just goes to show that no one lacks for abundance. So speaking of abundance, you have windfall of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So you'll always get whatever you need whenever you need it. We also have let go of guilt. It's also like it's time to release negativity, that 3 of Swords in reverse energy. We have when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others, forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. And we also have the power of prayer. Give the situation to God for the uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. So that is your reading, Pisces. That is the readings for Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I hope you all enjoyed it and come back to the channel. You can also check out through the rest of the week your sun, moon, and risings to get, a fuller perspective. But yes, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you are relaxed, and I will see you next time.